Don't say captain's log. Why? Why not? Because when you say captain's log, it just sounds like everything's a joke. And this is really. What's the. Come on, Lena. Captain's log. Alright, go ahead and say it. I was almost crying this morning because me and Lena. We finished that movie Lamb yesterday. Yeah. Hi, mother and father. Hey. Yeah, she's absolutely nuts. Forget her. Don't even bother, Lena. Don't bother. Forget it. She has terrible personality, schizophrenic disorder. She is hearing voices, and she's convinced, and she's forget it. Yeah, I mean, God is trying to guide her. Jonathan is trying to guide her. It's a mess. It'll work itself out, but not in this life, I don't think. So let her think what she wants. That I know you want to help her. You can. You can help her. And you help a lot of people. All right, mommy. It's like watching a fucking train wreck. I know. It's terrible. What the world needs now is another John Lennon book. Everybody wants to take a look. Anyway, the movie Lamb. I love you. I love you too, honey. Ooh, it's gonna be a good day. I can feel it. La, 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 la. Yeah, crazy boy. I was crying. It's John started crying because he's like, and I was like, this is what I was afraid of. The lamb thing in that movie, the kid, it totally reminds me of me. And John says that that lamb is just like you, Lena. That lamb has your personality, your sad little face, and your trust, and you're grappling with the feelings that you are different. Certain scenes in that movie when the lamb would stand in front of the mirror when it was alone, when she was alone, and like suddenly have to face the fact that I am not like these human beings that are raising me. Even though they loved her so much, like cherished her, she would be catching a glimpse of herself in the water or in a mirror, and oh, it was hard to take. And it was a very rough movie, and it was a very rough ending. But we're gonna do the spoiler here. The lamb's crazy father, the who was a giant, half man, half ram, a big strong man's body with a ram's head, comes along with a shotgun and kills the human father while they're having an idyllic walk together. The lamb and the human father, the lamb child. And the fucking ram beast tracks them down in the middle of the wilderness mountainside. Beautiful day. Shoots the father dead. And he gives the lamb, and the lamb just watches this because she doesn't grasp anything evil, or she just doesn't even know what to make of it. She just knows that her daddy is hurt. The human daddy. And the big, I'm gonna cry. The ram father gives her a moment to lay its head on her human daddy's chest and try to comfort him as he lays dying. And then he takes her by the hand, and off they walk together. And it feels like, well, she belongs with him though. And the only way he was going to get her away from those people who loved her was he had to kill them. But it was the only thing that he could do. Put them out of their misery, their childless misery. And it's very sad. But then the lamb, you get the feeling that she's going where she needs to go with the people that are the lamb people or the ram people that are her people. She tried to make a go of it with the humans, but that couldn't happen. Not for the long haul. I'm so overwhelmed, John. I know. Because it's your story. In many ways, it's your story. Anyway, see the movie Lamb, because it'll stir things up in you. If you're at all an empathetic person or a compassionate person, it will stir things in you, and everyone has their own. I believe that everyone will have their own interpretation of it. So well done. A film I will never forget, and I don't know if I could watch it again. At this point, no. Once was enough. It's funny. As much as I loved it and as much as it moved me, and it did, in every way, once may have been enough. I don't know what else to say, John. I know. You saw me in that lamb. I saw you in the lamb. And that was the father taking it home, taking her home. To me, that's what it was. The great father taking her home. And why did he have to kill the other guy? I didn't understand. Because it just couldn't be. And then the mother was left to find her dead husband, and to know that the lamb was gone. The dream was over. And now she's going to have to figure out what she's going to do with the rest of her life on Earth. You thought to herself, is she going to kill herself? What's she going to do? They left it wide open, just looking at the sky, sobbing silently, asking God, it seemed, for where to go next. Quite an amazing film, John. This is the mission. Everyone maybe thinks we're having a little fun here and there with film reviews and artwork and singing songs, but this is all the mission. And yeah, it was your idea to start a film review blog page on Quora. But you know what? It's picking up steam. Because you're excellent at it. And your choices with me are important ones. There's a certain value to certain cinematic artwork. This film, again, was a cinematic nightmare, but so beautifully rendered that one cannot look away, and one can only take away something of value after having had perceived this film, not just watched it, not just objected it, but objectified it, but perceived it. One is challenged to explore their feelings after such a film. They sit back and they really have to take it in, and sometimes it takes days, even weeks, months, to understand fully what that piece of art did for their perceptions. Yes, so beautifully put. Such an intelligent man. I knew you're gonna laugh at that, but well, it's the way you say it. You gotta put some. You gotta put a shawl on. Your arms are cold. That shirt is not enough. All right. You gotta snuggle under the blankets now. Oh, yes, we will. What do you want to do today? Well, it's the day before New Year's Eve. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. We're up very early. Yes, the sun has not yet risen. It's just starting to look like it wants to come up in the sky over there, but you can't. Yeah, you could see it a little bit in the camera. It is still dark outside. Honey, yeah, I love you. I love you too. Oh, do I love you? What is the value? John writes a blog on my. John has his own twin flame account on our shared blog together, and it's about 40 21 chapters long now. Yeah, 21 chapters long. It's called John's Own Twin Flame story, or I don't know what it's called, and we completed it several years ago. Well, completed the big portion of it. He still adds chapters. His most recent one was chapter 21 a couple of months ago, about stealing glass. But go ahead, John. Every year we make it a point to repost it chapter by chapter to refresh the memories of those who have read my account, and also to provide for new readers the story of what it was like to channel Lena back in 1940 through 1980, my 40 Earth years on the planet, what it was like to be a channel for Lena. Yes, because without that channel, well, what are you saying, John? You're interrupting me. Well, without that channel, she probably would not have survived. For me as a channel, to take on some of her energy and transmute it into a positive, loving energy because of what she was going through in the 3 dimensions. She needed my 5-dimensional channel. Symbiotically, I needed hers. We are nothing without each other, right? We are nothing without each other. It's a huge statement. It's huge. And it's frightening sometimes to think about it. Yes. Because you worry so much. Well, not what. Do you really worry? Do you think of going anywhere? No. But you don't want to conceive. You don't want to conceive of life without each other. You can't conceive of life without each other. Is the point, right? Can't conceive of life without each other. Now I've Lena on a very rigid regimen of because when we're really boosting up our immune system big time, because it's going to be a whirlwind year, 2024. 2024, that's double fours. So then you have, that's an 8. That stands for infinity. That's the numeral. So 2024 is the infinite year of infinity. Yes, and it dictates how we're going to be conducting ourselves ad infinitum. Ad infinitum. Ad infinitum. Isn't that the opposite of infinity? I urge you to look it up. So today we have another movie lined up, and we will be bringing that to the public forum as soon as we have had a chance to view it and review it. But it's going to be another doozy, and yes, I'm lining them up for you one by one. And no, we have not yet watched the May Pang documentary. Yeah, we haven't watched it yet. With no desire to watch it. God. Oh, John, I know. Hi, Cynthia. Hey. If Cynthia is John's first wife, down here on Earth, and they got married right around the time that I was being born. Right around the time, the week before or after I was born. What happened? Was that it? I don't even remember, but it was crazy. Right? When the hell did you get married? I would have to look. See, I don't know. Yeah. And you're not telling me. No, you have to look back at the blog. Crazy boy. So Cynthia is Keith Moon's of the Who. They're twin flames. Yeah, they were on the Earth at the same time and just about the same age, but they were not meant to be. It was just too heavy. They couldn't be. It was too much going on, but they knew that they were attracted to each other, and they saw each other briefly here and there, and they were twin flames. Hi, Keith. Hey. Yeah, that's another whammy. Cynthia, what are you saying about the book that you wrote? Well, I tried to be kind, because I was feeling very kind of jinxed at the time that I wrote it, and that I felt like I needed to make money. I really did. And I was like, I needed an outlet, and I wanted to tell certain things about my side of the story. And obviously I couldn't talk about John. To her credit, she kept it very, very, very civil and didn't talk about any of my personal philanderings, really. Not my philanderings is the wrong word. She didn't talk about what the inner circle knew. Right, yes. And yes, she was the inner circle. Everyone kept that very, very... They kept their noses clean. Yeah, John commanded a certain respect because people knew that his inner circle knew that he was a very Christ-like energy. They knew they were dealing with someone who was very important, very strong, but very fragile, and they had to be careful. And they all loved him. His disciples loved him. Still do. This is a powerful energy, folks, what John is. He is the energy of the Christ. And he's taken on a lot of different energies in all of his incarnations. But he's make no mistake, this is a holy, holy guy. And he laughs and he jokes around and he's kind of randy and he's sometimes inappropriate because he's a man. He's a man. You can't take the man out of the John. God, come over here.